Beaverworx Diecast Racing, your source for diecast racing action.
Welcome back, Diecast Racing fans and beaver lovers out there. We have made it to the final of the I.P.G tournament after we've done some off-road, we've done some light off-road, we've done some jump action, and now we're getting into 3 rounds worth of Igloo main track for you. Group number 3 right here out of the 10 teams. There they are. There's the scores so far, and we are doing the 2 teams left going up against the 2 low points teams from round 1 and 2. Beaverworx Diecast Racing in the Igloo Proving Grounds, Igloo main track. Event number 4, group number 3, there they are. We've got 2 cars that are returning for getting the low points and 2 cars that are going for the first shot. And let's go check them out.
Vehicles.
Miniature car racing, Bolo Brown right there, going to be taking down the Ford Sierra Cosworth Rally Legend right there in the MCR patented paint job right there. Got some extra weight inside there. Should do good. Beaverworx team, we got the home advantage here. You'd think not doing so well so far, but we're going to try out with the Shelby Mustang right there. This is our own personal build with a lot of our own stickers on there. Lots of weight. FDEs. See how that one does. And we have the low points cars from group number 1 with Stoopid Fish Racing in the Mustang and Essex boys in that Ford Focus. See how they do this time.
Race 1.
Time to get group number 3 on the go. We've got Stoopid Fish and Essex Boys, the 2 low points cars from the other 2 groups out front. Here they go. And Essex Boys is going to take the drag line. They're coming down over top of the jumps. It looks like Strike's doing a real fast run right there. Stoopid Fish is upside down. Bolo Brown gets second place. And there we go. Beaverworx team even made it down to the bottom. They're not doing so great right there, but that one is all Essex Boys. Strike did an excellent run, going for a flatbed even up on the top. There's Bolo Brown, he's down there. A Beaverworx team, even on his wheels, and there's Stoopid Fish. Looks like he slid down on his roof from the midsection there. Oh yeah, so he is not getting the wheel bonus there. There's a little slap from Bolo Brown at the end there too. Ha, nice. Checking out the drag line. There it is. Just by a nose. Essex Boys going to be taking it in that Ford Focus. Beautiful extra point right there. And going down for the jump cam, 18.5 for striking the Ford Focus. Essex Boys flying along there, but this time 20 centimeters for Stoopid Fish in that Mustang, 18 for the Causey, and that was all that got into the shot that time. Stoopid Fish is going to get the jump. Essex Boys is getting the rest. Checking out the Igloo replay coming down over top of the drag line right there, going through the corner. Everybody's still holding on to it all the way through there. Beaverworx is starting to get sideways, and then it's coming into the 3D bot maker corner. Too hot. Stoopid Fish ends up going upside down right there, loses the point for getting over the line on the wheels, but still enough momentum to at least slide down over the wheels. Almost got second place too. All right, there you go. Race number 1 is taken care of. Group number 3, everybody's all over top of the line, gets some points out of that, but Essex Boys walks away with 9.28 time and 4 points.
Race 2.
Lane switch time. We've got everybody advanced over to the right one position time. We got Bolo Brown and Essex Boys out front. There they go. And it's going to be Bolo. Miniature car racing going to be taking it now. Cosworth, he's just flying down there, gets a great line. He's got Strike right on his tail, right at the end, and it is real close out the line, but it looks like it's going to be Bolo just in the slide, gets over the line ahead of Essex Boys, and it looks like the only other one to make it down to the bottom there was Stoopid Fish. Not sure where Beaverworx team is. There's the Essex Boys right there. Stoopid Fish down at the bottom. Beaverworx is stuck up on the 3D bot maker corner, it seems. All right, see what happens there. It's coming down and just gets bounced around, putters out. Everybody else is down over the line. Checking out the drag line finish right there. We've got Essex Boys and Bolo Brown real close. And again, Bolo just squeaks out ahead a little bit. Takes the drag line finish going over to the jump. We got Bolo making 20 centimeters, 0.5. But Essex Boys is just flying through there, 26.5 centimeters. That's going to be the jump of the day right there, folks. And then we got Stoopid Fish coming through backwards and sideways at 9.5. Beaverworx nose diving in at 11.5. Everybody got a jump measurement that time. Checking out the Igloo replay off the start. This is 2 fast cars right there. They're pulling away from the 2 back Mustangs already. There's the Causey just pulling out, just by a bumper. Gets Essex boys coming down off the drag line. They are going through the midsection. Everybody gets a chance at the jump this time. Essex boys kept it nice and straight in that focus. That thing is performing this round. Didn't do so good on the first track. The low points car comes back, gets another chance, and just about takes the finish away from Bolo, but no! That Cosworth pulled it off. Bolo Brown takes the win out of that one. Miniature car racing. Beautiful looking run. 2 points for the finish and another 2 points for the wheels and the drag line. Halfway point, we've got the Essex boys doing way better this time. 7 points so far. Bolo Brown and that Ford Causey, 5 points there. The Mustangs not doing so well. Stoopid Fish coming off 2 points so far, and Beaverworx with 1. All right, folks, the results are in for the best looking team vote that we had over on the community tab. 9 teams available right there, and we had a chance for you to vote for every single vehicle out of every single run, and it looks like it's going to be Team Iron Beard Customs right there, and all of the wonderful work that he did on those vehicles. The off-roaders, the Cougars, that thing looks amazing. That Jeep, even down to the Nissan down there, excellent looking stuff, and he's walking away with the Green Light Collectibles 2022 Corvette Stingray. There you go, folks. You voted, and you got to pick the winner for the best looking team.
Race 3.
Moving along, next race, we've got everybody advanced over one position. To the right, we've got Beaverworx and Bolo Brown out front, and there we go. Bolo Brown's going to be taking that drag line finish, no problem. And everybody's made over top of the jump. And we got Essex boys wiping over the top of the final stretch, kind of choking everybody up. Meanwhile, Bolo Brown going for a flatbed, misses that. And finally, we get everybody else trickling in there. Looks like Stoopid Fish is going to be getting second place on that one. After everybody got bunched up on the 3D Bot Maker corner, there's Bolo Brown there, Stoopid Fish there, first and second. Essex boys made it down over top line, and Beaverworx, everybody gets a wheel bonus on that one. There they all ripping through, and you see Essex boys wipes out, kind of chokes everybody out at the top of the final stretch, and they all make it down finally. All right, going to go check out the drag line time. You see Bolo Brown by an entire car length. That Cosworth, he gets that one, no problem, over the Beaverworx Mustang. Checking out the jump cam. Didn't do so good on the jump, 11.5, come down early on the nose. Strike in that Ford Focus, 17.5 centimeters. Then we got Beaverworx coming down 21 centimeters. That looks like it's going to be the jump out of this race. Stoopid Fish coming down 16. There we go. Beaverworx on the board with a point right there. All right, checking out the Igloo replay. You see how much distance you got. Bolo Brown even going back and forth there. Makes it over top of the line. Might even had Strike pushing him a little bit there. That Beaverworx Mustang not really performing like we were hoping. Anyways, there we go. Bolo Brown, that Causey's doing a great job right there. Strike wipes right out that Ford Focus right in front of the Mustangs, cuts them off. Meanwhile, it is all wide open for the Causey. Bolo Brown going for a flatbed. Doesn't get the flatbed on this one, but he definitely gets the race. There it is. Ford Causey coming with a 9.98 and a bunch of points.
Race 4.
Back up to the top of the mountain for the final race of the I.P.G tournament. We got the Mustangs out front, and here we go. There we are, and it's going to be Stoopid Fish going to be taken. The drag line going down the road. Beaverworx riding the line. Stoopid Fish blocking everybody else off again. There's going to be Essex boys. It's the only one that sneaks through on that one. All right, he's upside down. He came over on his wheels. We've got 3 cars that made it down on the final run. Looks like Beaverworx got stuck back up on the track somewhere. There's the other 3 Stoopid Fish upside down. There's Beaverworx up at the top of the main drag. Didn't make it. Parted out right there on the 3D Bot Maker corner. Everybody else made it down over the edge. Beaverworx didn't. All right, let's go check out the drag race line down at the bottom of the first stretch, and it's going to be Stoopid Fish by a bumper. Looks like both those Mustangs are getting pushed by the cars behind them. Either way, down to the jump cam. Stoopid Fish racing, nose diving at 16 centimeters. And then we've got Essex boys coming down, putting that at 16 centimeters. Beaverworx coming through 16.5 centimeters. And it's going to be 15 centimeters for Bolo Brown. Beaverworx is going to get that jump with 16.5. Ha! That's not even very far. All right, kids, there we go. Blast Igloo replay for the I.P.G tournament, bringing down. There's the Mustangs out front. Stupid Fish getting the dragline finish right there and still managing to hold on. Beaverworx doing a big rail grind all the way down through the midsection, and he ends up getting all stopped in the 3D bot maker corner, going a little bit too high there. Stupid Fish trying to cut everybody else off. Essex boys strikes, sneaks past there, and he's able to walk solo right over top of the finish line. He gets that one, and then it's going to be second place is going to be going to Stupid Fish again. He made it over top of the line. Bolo Brown, the only other one to make it there. Beaverworx team did make it out of the 3D bot maker corner again. There it is, Essex boys, 12.25, huge time, but he gets race number 4. Final points for group number 3 is going to put Essex boys at 11 points. That's brilliant. All right. Cosworth coming in at 10 points for Bolo Brown. Stupid Fish Racing 9 points in that Mustang. And Beaverworx not doing so good with 4 points. Final team results, folks. Looks like Puffs Racing is going to get third place after he put on a great run on the jump, pulling off 6 points there, and then did that leading race. Everybody went for a flatbed on the main track. Second place, we ended up getting a tie between Ironbeard and Bolo Brown Miniature Car Racing. Bolo Brown making a great run in the Stone Road, racked up 4 points right there. And then right after that, Pebble Path, fastest time we had there, racked up 6 points over there. And then Ironbeard come back on the jump. He was part of that three-way tie for 6 points at the end of all of that. And then he did a real hard performance there for his group in the Igloo main track, including trying to take apart King Gesture right there on the one run, blew his car right apart. There it is, 9 points he walked away with there. That means first place is going to Dog Squab Racing, 25 points. What a great performance he did. Pebble Path, he owned it down there, getting 8 points in his group. Then he came back over, another 6 points on the rock drop jump, part of that three-way tie, and then over to the main track where he did some excellent points stacking on there as well. Race number 3, owned his group. There you have it, folks. After all that time, we boiled it down to the winners, the final at the I.P.G Open Tournament. First one of its kind here. First place going to Dog Squab Racing. Right there, the 4-car team, all performing just like they needed to. We showed that in review last time. Excellent looking builds. Then we had the tie for second place between Miniature Car Racing, Bolo Brown, performing excellent, beautiful looking team right there. And the other one, Ironbeard Customs, walking away with the best looking team prize as well. Look at that beautiful matching team right there. Same with Puffs, he came in third place. Beautiful looking team over there. Lots of work done on all of these cars. And don't forget, kids, now that we got this all over with, you got to come back and pick your prize. Let us know in the comments or through Redline, or give me a message somehow. First place gets the first pick. Second place, well, we had to put another vehicle in there, that Range Rover, to make it for 4, and third gets what's left over. So get a hold of me, let me know which one you want there. There you go, folks. I.P.G Open Tournament, the first one here at Beaverworx is over. It took a while to get this last one out there, folks, because life is life, does things. All right, but there it is. Had a great time with all the great builds and all the awesome drivers sending in their builds. Big Beaverworx shout out to all of you good folks for coming out here and checking out this whole tournament. From Beaverworx Diecast Racing, we'll see you next time.